Hey y'all. I can't sleep. Oh my God, dog wants out now. Hello. Can't sleep. I tried. I can't sleep. How is everyone? Oh, hey, Heaven Bound. Hey, Kevin. I couldn't sleep with those snakes in my house. I'm good. I can't sleep. I tried. I just tossed, turned, and finally flip-flopped and got up. How are you? Yeah, Heaven Bound Farm has snakes. Oh no, I'm sorry. Hey, Brenda, how are you? What are you doing up so late? I watched a video of him today feeding a stupid snake, and that thing kept biting him. No, they're not poisonous. It's a little garter snake, but it's a snake. I'm one of them people, the only good snake is a dead snake. I don't like spiders, and I don't like snakes. And then he had a water snake too. It wasn't a cottonmouth, it was just a water moccasin. I'm so sorry. I know it hurts when your goats pass away. Had she been sick or just a freak deal like with Daisy? We had buzzards flying around today, and I know they were after Daisy because we have her on a brush pile. Oh. So, what have you been up to, Brenda? Oh no. Yeah, when they get the scours, it's so hard. But I have found out one thing you can do when they get the scours. And my dad and my papa taught me that when I was little. Give them Pepto Bismol. It won't hurt them. That calf that I had got had the scours. And I took and filled one of those like how when you're bottle feeding a calf, the nipples to the bottle. I filled that nipple of the bottle up with Pepto, and he sucked it right down. A blame fly trying to get on my camera. And scours was gone in just a few hours. You're welcome, honey. But yeah, keep Pepto Bismol. Well, the generic version is what I use. I use this crap from Walmart, the Equate brand, and it works. People cringe, but if it works, it works. You know what I mean? And put Gatorade in their water. Or electrolytes. Yeah, if it works, it works. Y'all, my sinuses have been about to drive me nuts. Listen to my voice. I've had sinus drainage all day long. And I know it's from all the rain. I may wake up tomorrow and not have a voice. So if y'all don't see me this weekend, don't freak out. I do have a video coming out tomorrow. It's on emergency preparedness, lighting. It's not just for a box anymore. I should have took a video of it at night to where people could actually see how much it lights up. Hey, Gardner, have y'all not been getting any of the rain we got? Girl, it's been raining here for a week. It finally quit today. And I know where that roof has been leaking. There's black mold. Because you can smell it. It makes me sick to go in our bathroom. And it's made it hard for me to smoke a cigarette. I get choked. Girl, we've been having rain. Well, we didn't get none today, thank God. We had been having rain every day for over a week. And we hadn't dried up since the last 7.5 inches we got in a 24-hour period. Well, actually, it wasn't 24 hours. It was like 8 hours, but I need some mullein. Will it work on my sinuses? As long as it don't make me cough any more than I'm already coughing. I don't even know what goldenrod is. I've heard of it. Does it grow around here? And I wouldn't know how to use it. I'm not too good when it comes to medicinal plants. I'm trying to learn. But, well, I think it would be better. I mean, if we could get that ripped out, if we could get that ceiling ripped out in our bathroom and get everything replaced and put a roof on this stupid house to where it won't leak no more, I'd probably feel a lot better. If I step away, y'all, I'm not trying to be rude. I won't blow my nose on camera. Okay, I'll try to. I don't know if I can get it now. If I click on it, it'll kick me out. So I'll have to try to remember. Can you send it to me through Facebook, Brenda? I got bored today. I become a girl. Look, I painted my nails. Oh my gosh. I'll be back. Oh my. That made my nose burn. Hey, Wendy. Oh. It also made my ears pop. Rick says I sound like a mouse when I sneeze. So what have y'all been up to today? Oh, we got a wet, sloppy mess going on out the cow pen too, and the chicken pen. I didn't do a whole lot today. I just took care of the critters and come in the house. Did a video. All right, thank you, Brenda. I'm going to attempt to do another video tomorrow. Oh, I have been too, Wendy. I've been putting stuff off too. I really need to start taking crap out of my cabinets and washing it and going through crap, getting rid of crap. But I'm procrastinating. If I got paid to procrastinate, I would be rich. It's a shame procrastination doesn't pay. But I need to get in there and go through stuff, get rid of stuff I don't use. It's just taking up space. I need to do my closets the same blame way. But the prepper part of me just don't want to get rid of nothing. I might need it. Oh. I don't know why when I get on here and start talking to y'all, I get relaxed and I get sleepy. It don't make no sense, does it? Right. So what y'all want to talk about? Ooh, that'll hurt the pocketbook. Oh my God, I do that too, Duncan. But yeah, I do that too. Kind of makes you just want to go solar, don't it, Gardner? I wish we could go solar. I'm sick and tired of paying people. I told Rick, I said, we'd have money if we didn't have to pay bills. Hey, Josie, what are you doing up so late? Oh, I don't blame you, honey. I wouldn't want to live in town either. Hey, Vincent, how are you? I'm mainly like a vampire. Wendy's a vampire. Oh, oh, I stopped you from going to bed. I'm sorry, Josie. I couldn't sleep. I tried. I went to bed. I flip flopped. I was like a fish back there. So I thought I better get up before I woke Rick up. Oh, you're in bed on your phone. But I lay down and I can't breathe. Oh, I understand, Gardner. I understand. Yeah, I don't mind spending money on stuff like that. I've been begging Mr. Brown for a while. I've got a sinus infection, I think. We've had so much rain and it's got the mold spores just going crazy. I've got a leak in my master bathroom and it's got the insulation and stuff up there molded. And I'm breathing that stuff and it's messing with me. I used to work the night shift. Well, it does me too, Josie. But thank God Rick will be on vacation next week. He ain't got plans for the roof as far as other than putting a tarp on it. He has plans for everything else. Oh, I know. You should have seen me 2 years ago, Duncan. We had black mold take over our bedroom where the window was leaking. And I was sick. I mean, I was sick. And I'm sure that's what's going on in that ceiling in the bathroom, too. And a big old chunk of the ceiling, probably about that big around, maybe bigger, fell out. Insulate with that wet insulation all over the floor. Of course, I'm the one that had to clean all that crap up. And hence, I'm this way now. I told Rick, I said, I'm ready to just put a match to this place. Oh, man. He goes, well, we wouldn't have another place to live. I said, we can live in the cabin. He said, we don't have insurance. I said, I don't care. um, okay. Okay. Well, I tell you what, instead of doing that, just because if you price trailer houses, 70 and $80,000. That's craziness. 70 and $80,000. I can build a darn good house. Because Rick is one heck of a carpenter. We were looking on Pinterest at house plans because he's got it in his head we're building a house. And I looked at him and said, how in the hell, I'm like, excuse my language, but I said, how in the hell are we going to build a house? He said, we'll just have to do a little bit at a time. Because I told him, I said, I'm not going to the bank and borrowing money. I said, I'm done with that crap. I said, we got debt free, and by golly, I'm not doing it no more. Hey, Chipper. Oh, I know. Well, those little utility grade studs, Chipper, that are what, 6? Are they 6 or 8 foot long? The ones with the pink ends on them. Used to be $3 and something a board. They're $9 in McAllister. Hey, Richard, how are you? But yeah, in McAllister, they were $9 when I went in. $9 and some odd cent. I think 53 cents when I went in there. I looked at Tim. I said, did y'all lace them in gold? That guy got tickled at me. Yeah, he thought it was funny that I asked him if they laced them in gold. Really? That's all? I need to go to Florida. But yeah, the old utility grade lumber. The stuff that's got dog leg and everything else. $9.53 a board. And I was like, you're kidding me. Oh, hey, Monica. I keep on forgetting your husband's name. Maybe I'll remember it next time. I'll probably only be on about an hour tonight, y'all. I have thought about doing one of those, what they call a live marathon. But I don't know when I'll do it. So that means y'all would have to come up with a lot of stuff for me to talk about because I get tired. My brain don't want to work and think about things to talk about. Hey, Tasha, how are you? I do have a video coming out tomorrow that I hope y'all enjoy. Dang. I've got sinus issues, but I'm doing pretty good other than that. Will you please get away from that window? You're rattling the space blanket. Blame fly. Yep, he flew. So what are you doing up so late, Oily? I went to print off the deals today. My printer was out of ink. I was like, well, holy crap. Oh no, I'm sorry, hon. For the ones of y'all that don't know, Tasha, which is Oily, she does essential oils. She's awesome. You've got indigestion. Oh my gosh. Do you have any Tums or Rolaids? Hey, Fern. You're a night owl? Well, welcome. Welcome. We love night owls. You never had a problem with it till lately? I yap too. I yap too, Duncan. You know that by now. I just talk about whatever. What part of California you in, Fern? I don't even remember what part Josie's in. I have family in Bakersfield, Fresno, Visalia, and Exeter. And there's another, I don't remember the other one. Oh, you live in Fresno now. Cool. I'm sorry, Willie. Well, my head wasn't cooperating either. Every time I'd lay down, I'd stop up. I even put eucalyptus oil on a cotton ball and stuck it in my pillow. It didn't work. Now, if I was to sit up and smell it, it worked until I laid down. And then it was just like, well, that's good. Ow. Domo, poot. You're going to have to let me scoot over, son. Yeah, peppermints are really good about coating your tummy, too. It'd be hard for me to put one on the roof of my mouth, though. I don't think it would go through my plate. Night, Josie. Sweet dreams. I'll eat me a Werther's. Peppermint or the eucalyptus? Lemons help with indigestion? Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you. I can't handle lavender. I'll sneeze my full head off. It's too flowery. Oh no. Oh no, Monica. I may have to go do that, Vincent, because hot coffee seems to help me too. And also, it helps me relax and go to sleep. Most people that don't do that, it keeps them awake. But you give me coffee, I'll go to sleep. Okay, I'll try that. But yeah, coffee will relax me. I can go to sleep and sleep like a baby. It puts you out too. Somebody told me one day, said, you need decaffeinated. I said, why? The caffeinated knocks me out. Well, you just tell them there's other people just like you because I'm one of them. It just, that warm coffee just relaxes me. And I will just go to sleep. And hot cocoa does me the same way. It has to be the caffeine. Sodas keep me a rat weight. Yeah, there's got to be a connection. I don't know what's the deal with my computer. There's a little thing that keeps popping up over here at the side like a disc and spinning. It's not a, it's like there's something running in the background. It's not a losing connection spin, it's a little blue disc. Well, I need to too, Gardner, but I don't see it happening. I don't know what would be running in the background. It may be, but it may be downloading its updates. Yeah, I do. I have a diffuser. I just don't think I have any essential oil. Well, I have that eucalyptus. I can use it. I've let my essential oil stockpile go down, down, down. And I don't know what I got into. But man, I'll have to put the eucalyptus in it. I I don't know what I got into or if it was just nerves, but I have just clawed that thumb all to pieces. Chives? Well, Lord, I need that lemon then. Cloves. Okay. And there's the crazy cat. So where are you going to tonight, Chipper? Hello, Abby. You crazy cat. Well, let me move the keyboard because you'll throw your butt on it and I don't need it broke. You broke the last one. Oops, crap. Quit, Abby. Okay. Night, Tasha. Sweet dreams. I hope you get good sleep. Oh, yeah, you went on a trip, didn't you? Oh. You spend a lot of time there, Chipper. Hmm. Well, Monica, I don't have any ginger. I know, I know. That's where the money is. Well, if you find that money tree, will you tell me where it's at so I can come get some? Oh. I can tolerate ginger. It's not my favorite. That's one reason I don't keep it around. It turns out you're greedy. Well, dang, Chipper. You just gonna make me find my own money tree, huh? I've looked for one for years, but I think everybody else beats me to it. Oh, really? I wonder how well it would work on vertigo. You'd think if it worked for motion sickness, it would work pretty good on vertigo. I can't handle a lot of ginger. I do like the taste of ginger. I just can't handle a lot because to me it's hot. It sets me on fire. And I love ginger snap cookies, but I can only eat a couple. If not, if I eat more than two, my mouth is on fire. And it's got to be the ginger. Oh, I love roller coasters. I just can't look down. I look down and it's over. Hey, Homestead Aquarius. You can't sleep either, but you hope you will soon, huh? I'm hoping I can pretty soon. I'm only going to be holding for about 13 more minutes, and then I'm going to try to get some sleep. Really? Wow. Was it the bus ride or was it your nerves? I can imagine. I remember when I was little, I got sick on the bus. I went up to the bus driver and he looked at me. And he was such a sweet old man. I loved him so much. His name was Porter, or his last name was Porter. I don't know what his first name was, but he called me Sunshine. And he goes, Sunshine, you ain't supposed to be walking on the bus when the bus is moving. And I looked at him and he goes, I'll stop the bus. He stopped the bus and opened up the door. I walked out that door and I threw my guts up. And he told me, he said, sit on the front seat. And he said, when you need to throw up again, he said, sit right here behind me. And he said, when you need to throw up again, he said, you tap me on the shoulder. And he said, I'll pull the bus over for you. Okay? And I said, and then I was in kindergarten and we was out on Christmas break. And we just got we got off of Christmas break and just started back to school. And he was there for 2 days. And then they called and told us he died. Oh my God, I cried. Oh, I remember kids throwing up on the bus too, but I wouldn't do it. But he would sit there. There was a heater beside the bus driver. And of course, his panel was right here beside the heater. And he would set me on the heater. And I got to work the lights. When the bus goes to stop or whatever, I would get to push the buttons. Yeah, I was his baby. but I can't remember his name for the life of me. I know his last name was Porter. I just called him Mr. Porter. But he was so sweet. And he was just like my dad did. My dad always wore overalls. And Mr. Porter wore overalls. Of course, he was a lot older than my dad at that time. But he was in his 70s, I guess. Oh, were you a school bus driver? Well, I was going to be a school bus driver until I had my stroke. I had taken my class, done all my training, got my license, and had the stroke. So that kind of put me out of being able to be a bus driver. Now I'm kind of glad I did, and them kids would have gave me a stroke. Because I'm going to tell you what, I wouldn't put up with the BS the bus drivers have to put up with now. I'd yank them kids up and blister their little butts. I'd be fired and sued and in jail. So it's probably a good thing I didn't become a bus driver. I can tolerate a lot of things, but if a kid starts cussing and hurting other kids, I can't tolerate that. Well, Mr. Porter, he carried a paddle. And I remember him getting on to people. And when they wouldn't listen, he would walk off the bus and take them off the bus with him. And he would wear their butts out right there. And some of the biggest, toughest boys there was in school would be bawling. I haven't seen it no more, Gorilla. How are you, honey? But no, I haven't seen anything. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Gardner. Yeah, it's a very important job. But I would have them, I would be wearing kids' butts out. And especially since I had the stroke. I mean, I used to be tolerant. I am not tolerant anymore. I don't deal with stupid very good anymore. I mean, I ain't the sharpest tool in the shed. I'll admit it. But when them tools are duller than me, I can't handle it. I'd probably be fired on my first day too, Chip. One of those little SOBs come up and started cussing me. I couldn't tolerate it. Mm. I'd have him yanked up, or him or her yanked up and have their butts worn out. If I didn't have their teeth knocked down their throat. But it's it's a good thing I ain't a bus driver. No, when I was younger, Before the stroke, yeah, I could have took it. I could have talked to him. Not now. And I had the stroke in 2014, so 5 years ago. Or was it 2013? No, hold on. Yeah, I had the heart attacks in 2012. And 2 years later, I had the stroke. So, okay, Chipper. 6 years ago, wasn't it? Because this ain't 2019. Because it was in September. I think it was like September the 14th of 2014. And Biddy stayed with me after I got home, and she wouldn't leave my side. But then after she realized I was okay, she passed away. Hence, that's why my channel's name is Biddy Boo's Homestead. Biddy Boo was my little pug. She was my best friend. So it's named in honor of her. She was 11. She was 11 or 12 when she passed away, and she had leukemia. But yeah, Biddy Boo was my best. She was my best friend. Rick had got her for me for Christmas. And I can't remember if it was 2000 or 2001. And we brought her home. And within 24 hours, that little thing, she was just almost dead. We took her to the vet. The vet would say couldn't find nothing wrong with her. I took her to the vet 3 times. And then finally they did, because she had had a parvo shot. And because I had the shot records, they hadn't done a parvo test. And they ended up doing a parvo test, and she had parvo. He said, well, all we can do is take and put her on fluids, and he said, but she's so tiny. I mean, she could fit in the palm of my hand. She was just so tiny. And they put an IV up underneath her skin and just pump fluids into her. Well, every day before I went to work, they kept her for almost a week. And every day before I went to work, I went and seen her. At lunch, I went and seen her. As soon as I got off work, I went and seen her. And then finally the vet told me, he said, Dana, just take her home to die. He said, because the only time she perks up is when she's with you. And he said, I know you're not going to be able to afford to keep her in here. And he said, she's going to die here. He goes, I've done everything I can do. Well, I got her. And I was holding her like this. And I got to noticing she was licking right here constantly. I mean, she's constantly giving me sugars. And I thought, okay. So I went and bought some of the unflavored Pedialyte. I put that Pedialyte in my mouth and let it drip. And she would lick it off of my chin, or my right here. Within 24 hours, she was a different dog. So about a week later, I went back to the vet and I told him, I said, "Do you remember that little dog you told me to take home and let it die?" He goes, "Yeah." I pulled her out of my pocket and put her up on that table. She went to growling and running at him. He goes, "You have got to be kidding me." I said, "No, this is her." He goes, "How?" He said, "She was on death's door. How?" And I said, "Well," I said, "I stopped at the store. I got some Pedialyte and I put it in my mouth and let her drink it off my chin." And he looked at me. He goes, "You're kidding." And I said, "No." He said, "Well, the only thing that saved that dog was how much you loved her and how much she loved you." He said, "That's the only thing." And I had her for right at 12 years. She was my buddy. I wish I could afford another pug, but I priced one. I almost fell over. Rick gave $350 for her, and I thought that was awful. You know, they're over $600 and $700 now. Well, the thing of it is, I've always connected with animals. I don't know why. Mama called me Dana Doolittle. When I was little, Mama said I would be sitting out in the yard playing. She said she would look out and she said I'd have rabbits, squirrels, birds, all of them right there with me. I don't remember. I don't remember it. But she said they would all be gathered up around me. They call you Ellie Mae. But I have to say, I've always had a way with animals, and I really don't know why. But then again, I'd rather be around animals than people. And I know it sounds stupid, but I know animals ain't going to hurt me on purpose, if that makes sense. Oh, thank you, honey. But I know if an animal hurts you, it's just a reaction to something you're doing, or they're not meaning to. But a person, when they stab you in the back, you know they meant to. So, me too, Duncan. And I love everyone. I've met a few people, I don't like them. I don't hate them, but I don't like their ways. Yeah, Pepto works. It helps with parvo too. It does. Not Monica. Uh, Gardner, if I had my way, all my animals would live in the house. If they could learn to use a potty. I told Rick, I said, I want a barn. I mean, I want a house, but I want it as the back half of it as a barn. And he just looked at me like I was a flippin' idiot. And he said, why do you want that? I said, that way my animals can sleep in the house too. And he goes, no. Some of mine lived in, well, none of these out here, but goats that I've had before has lived in the house when they were little. Oh, I know, I know. And you just think about it in the wintertime. I mean, Homestead, think about it in the wintertime. How easy would it be to walk out your back door of your home and feed your animals and not have to go out in the elements at all? Wouldn't that be awesome? Oh, I tell you what, Dixie has got to where she gives kisses. But I don't want just, how do I put it? I don't want it to just be any old barn. I want it to be insulated. Oh, well, see, that's not what I'm saying, Chipper. I'm saying you build a big barn. In the front half of it, you put your house. And then the back of it is actually a barn. You just walk out your back door into the barn, and you never have to go out in the really cold elements. That's what I want. I tell you what, I got tickled when the kids was little. We had a little goat named Buttons. She was a bottle goat. And I kept her in a big old box. And we're talking a deep box. We're not talking one of these little short boxes. We're talking a deep box. Well, it was bottle time. So I get up, look for her, she's not there. I'm like, oh crap. I called for that goat. I couldn't get loud because it was 2 o'clock in the morning. I called and I called and I called for that goat. She never showed up. And I thought, oh my God, I'll have to wait till the kids, till I get Bubba off to school because he was in preschool. And him and Sissy, they had to share a bed. They had a full-size bed. She was 3. He was 4. And so Rick gets up to go to work because I was up every morning at 2 o'clock to fix him his breakfast to where because he had to be at work at 3:30. And I told him, I said, I can't find Buttons. So he helped me look for buttons, and neither one of us found buttons. Well, school got called off that day because there was ice on the ground. So because we listened to the radio and school ended up being called off. So I went back to bed, and it's probably 9 or 10 o'clock in the morning. I go in there to get the kids up, and I was still hollering for that silly little goat. And I pulled the covers back on that bed to get the kids up to get them dressed. That goat had gotten in bed with the kids and gotten under the covers. I guess it got cold. I said, "There you are, you little stinker." But she would run, and she was a mess. We lived in my parents' old house because they wanted us to live in it until they sold it, which they ended up selling the land to me and my sister. My sister lives in the house now. And there was a fireplace. And then, of course, where we had the TV was just not far off of the fireplace. That crazy goat should run to the couch, jump onto the coffee table, jump down from the coffee table, jump onto the fireplace and up onto the TV, down and around and doing it all again. I told Rick, I said, "Oh, good Lord, do something with that crazy goat." But me and my sister, we ended up buying the land from my parents. I had already started buying 5 acres from my dad when I was 18. So he took off what I had already paid him. So we more or less just ended up borrowing $10,000 to buy the 23 acres because I had been purchasing the 5 acres to begin with. So yeah, I said I was going to go to bed at an hour, and I tell you what, I've been on an hour and 15 minutes. So y'all, I think I'm going to call it a night. I'm going to try to go to bed here in just a second as soon as I finish my smoke. So y'all remember, the world is a better place because y'all are in it. Don't ever forget it. And I love y'all, each and every one. Bye.